carry yourself through on your mind, on the strength of your mind. And this is why the rejection is so important. Rejection isn't just something that we need to get over to get to the acceptance and to get to the good part. Fundamental in leveling us out, in destroying our pride, destroying our ego, and placing us at the position of nothing, of what it's like to have absolutely nothing. It looks so much like that line of sight that just goes straight past me. Bizarre. Anywho, hi guys, this is Sam from Fluid Social, perching to you in front of the City of London and the HMS Belfast, of which you can see a modicum. Today I'm going to talk to you about why you got into this in the first place, because it's very easy to forget for everybody, for me included. A lot of the time we think that we started approaching women, we started building our social lifestyle and focusing on improving our social skills to get something. So to get more sex, or to get that relationship that we wanted, or to have a wife and kids. And definitely those things can be appealing, but really the reason why we got into this is slightly different. Let me explain why. If you got into this because you wanted to have more sex, then I strongly advise you simply save up for a flight to Cartagena, Colombia, where the most beautiful women in the world are selling what you're looking for around the 10 to 15 pound mark. Good bargain by some people's standards. If you're looking for more sex, I advise you go over there. If you're looking for a relationship and you're a white guy, I recommend you go to Ethiopia. It's got beautiful African women. You're going to be one of the only white guys over there, and I think you could very easily find a beautiful girlfriend over there. If you're a black guy, I recommend you go to Russia. They're not actually that racist over there, and there's a lot of beautiful Russian women who will come up to you and ask to walk down the street with you. So that's what I recommend if you're just looking for a relationship. If you're looking for a wife, Ukraine's a great option. Ukrainian brides. There's a lot of Ukrainian women who don't have a lot of money, who are looking for a guy to live off. And so if you're looking for a wife, Ukrainian brides, it's a great idea. But whenever you consider any one of those options, you probably think, well, that wouldn't quite cut it, because I know there's an ulterior motive. I know that that's not really what I want. It's not just about the sex or about the relationship or about the wife, because those exclude the factor that makes me the center of it. Like, have I earned that sex? Have I earned that wife? Have I earned that girlfriend? So when you remember that, you see that it's not just for these results that you entered this. You entered it from a position of actually wanting to improve yourself and wanting to know that if you had nothing materially, no money, no health, none of this, that you are a strong enough person that you could carry yourself through on your mind, on the strength of your mind. And this is why the rejection is so important. Rejection isn't just something that we need to get over to get to the acceptance and to get to the good part. It's fundamental in leveling us out, in destroying our pride, destroying our ego, and placing us at the position of nothing, of what it's like to have absolutely nothing. To have a person say directly to our face, I am not interested in you, mate. That's what we need. It's good for us. It reminds us that we're mortal and that we're human, and this beautiful world, this beautiful life around us is fleeting. It's not going to be here forever. This is why we're doing it. There's something much more holistic about this process than merely the results of it. So that's the first point. The second point, I was talking to my friend Kofi. I'm sure a few of you might know who he is. Probably most of you won't, but he's a machine. And we were talking about this exact thing, and we were thinking that someone like Leonardo DiCaprio, he goes to a party and he employs people specifically to go around the club and recruit the best looking girls to take to his after party, whereby he will go and sit with 100 women in a hot tub and drink champagne and everything else. But we said, what happens when Leonardo DiCaprio goes to that celebrity party and he sees, say, Ariana Grande sitting across the room, and he recognizes that they are socially on a level with each other. Neither one of them is on a higher social plane than the other. They're both self-made, they're both extremely talented, good-looking, wealthy. What then does Leonardo DiCaprio say to Ariana Grande when they're on the same level and she's not throwing herself at him? probably he has a moment of realization where he says, I never really worked on myself. Everything socially has been handed on a plate to me. Though I'm a talented actor, I've never had an opportunity to work on myself here, and I feel like a dummy and I don't know what to do. If he had worked on his social skills or had the opportunity to work on his social skills before he became famous, he would have been immunized to that. When he finds someone that he's on the same social plane as, he just treats them like a normal person, and he can go up and talk to them confidently like you do when you see a girl in the daytime walking past. But he hasn't had that experience, and so it's difficult for him. What happens when he loses all of that wealth? What happens when he loses his fame? What happens when he's been publicly shamed and he doesn't have the social skills to pull himself out of that hole? Now, Leonardo is just an example. I don't know, he may have very good social skills. But the bigger point of this is that you did not get into this for the results, even if you think you did. Because there is no satisfaction with just the outcome. There is no satisfaction with sex without feeling like in some way you've earned that sex. There is no satisfaction in a relationship when you feel like that girl would just as happily be with any other guy around here. There's no satisfaction with a marriage that you do not feel is on a firm foundation and that it's about the two of you together rather than just about two people being married. In every case, it's not about the outcome. You got into this for something much deeper. So remember that you're not here for the results. You're here because you came here to improve yourself. You knew that this was going to be difficult. The rejection is the most important part. Embrace it, love the process, bear with it, be patient, and you will improve yourself beyond measure. This has been Sam, talking to you from Central London. I hope you have a beautiful springtime.